Hi, mommies out there. This is Jen from 3CONCEPT TV that will be providing you some inputs regarding global developmental delay. I know you have some question regarding with that one. I'll be providing an English video. So this is for all mommies out there, Filipinos and non-Filipinos mommies, to provide you some inputs about global developmental delay disorder. And disclaimer, I'm not an expert, but this is the disorder which is my son is going in through right now. This is the diagnosis when he was 2 years old, when his pedia noticed that he has some mental delay or cognitive delay on his on how he interact. So now, just to provide you some information about global developmental delay, it's an umbrella terms used when children are significantly delayed in their cognitive and physical development, like walking, interaction with some kids, like how they interact with those situation. Also, for this one, it can be diagnosed when a child is delayed in one or more milestone categorized into motor skills, speech, cognitive skills, and social and emotional development. So some of those kids has this condition, don't know, or has a hard time how they will adapt, or how they will react in a certain kinds of situation, like they don't know how to control happiness, their excitement, they don't know how to control their anger. So sometimes they have this kind of terms seizure, wherein they're doing some like hurting themselves, like punching themselves. So those are the things that they are going in through, even though your kids is doing a therapy. Yes, therapy is the thing that they're going to provide to you, or a way they're going to provide to you when you have this kind of situation with your kids. Because when my son got diagnosed with global developmental delay, the first thing that we noticed, he don't have any eye contact at all. So that is the first thing that you will notice in a kid with global developmental delay. This is part of autism, but you don't need to worry. You just need to support your kids all throughout, so he will be able to develop his skills, especially those behavioral skills. So aside from that one, they are having a delay with speech. So like my son, he's already 5 years old, that he can only say mama, baba, dada. That is the only thing that he can say, or he can pronounce. But most likely right now he was able to do like writing, but they're having a hard time to do writing because they are having a hard time to hold things like pen, pencil, like that. So for those moms out there, for the first timers moms, or have a new son or kids, these are the information that I would like to share about global developmental delay. First, you don't need to be sad. Yes, it's very sad. You will feel sad, and there's like you want to say to yourself it's your fault. Because me, when my son got diagnosed with that one, I thought about the reason why he has this situation. Because when I'm in my second trimester, I need to have an operation wherein my gallbladder has a lot of stone and need to remove. Because if it's not, when I go to third trimester, he might get the gallbladder might explode, and it might cause poison to my son. So I need to do a concrete decision in that time. So just to save him, I need to do that. So it seems like I thought that it's part of the operation that happened while I'm pregnant. But as per my obigani, it's not sometimes. Because if it's affect my son already when he was still like newborn, like around that time, you will already notice, because when my son was in 0 to 9 months, he was able to do like eye contact. When you call his name, he will eventually do playing with you. He will look at you like that. But when it comes like 1 year old, I saw him, or I noticed that he is having a hard time to walk. So he was able to walk like 2 years old. And then after that, I noticed that he was not able to speak well, or to say to do speech, or he has a delay with speech. So I was thinking about that because of the genetics, or the hereditary, because of his father. On his father's side, there are nephews and niece that has a speech development, but after like 3 years old, 5 years old, they was able to do they can speak. But in this part, on that time that I have the assessment with the pediatrician, or the neurodevelopmental pediatrician, she was able to make me understand with the 2 hours assessment what is my son going into. It's very hard to accept. It's like it's a heartbreak as a mom, but you need to fight for that, and you need to help your son to battle through on this kind of situation. The good thing about this one, my son is a very sweet and adorable kid. He was able to right now, he was able to understand what I'm trying to say to him. He was able to do things, but however, there are still some skills that he needs to learn, like to control his emotions, because he don't know how to control his emotion when he wants something. And I told him no. He will eventually do like ranting around, shouting like that, hurting himself. So don't hurt them as well. Just understand their feeling, because they having a hard time to express themselves. They're having a hard time to understand things at all. So you just need to understand them. Just show them your support, your love. Let them know what is right and wrong, and eventually they will be able to understand that. Just happen the very challenging part is the speech part, because he is having a hard time to do that. I'm still striving hard to send him to therapy. However, there's a lot of circumstances happening, because therapy is not just a simple thing. It's a very expensive thing. Imagine the therapy here in Philippines, it's $850. It's like more than let's say more than $8 like that, or more than $10, or it's $10. Let us say like it's $10 um, for one session, and he needs to have 3 sessions in a week. Imagine having those therapy every day is very challenging. But aside from that, aside from the therapies or the therapy session that he needs to go in through, the very important thing is to pray, because God will help you all throughout the day battling on that situation, and also support your kids or your child on this battle, because this is not a simple battle. Don't let them feel that they are very different. Let them feel that they are unique, and let them feel that whatever happens, whatever it takes, you are there to support them, because that is the very thing, that is the important thing that they need to feel. So that's it, moms out there. Please, if you will notice those symptoms or those signs, just don't be afraid to ask your pediatrician about your kids, because sometimes they will be providing you information that you need to check with a global developmental pedia or a neurodevelopmental pedia about that. So for that, just kindly take care of our little ones, even though they have or have not this kind of situation, or this kinds of what I call is like this kind of autism, just do your best to be the best mom for to provide all their needs and provide your 100% love. All right, so thank you so much again. This is Jen from 3CONCEPT. Kindly subscribe our channel. I'll be providing you some feedback information about my son development, and he is already sleeping right now. There he goes. He's already sleeping right now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's kind of long, but thank you so much, and God bless you everyone. Bye.